What's going on, folks? This is Steve with Race Day, and we are here at the infamous North Wilkesboro Speedway, the famous 5/8 mile that we just saw for the All-Star race in the real world. But man, here today, we're going to see the NORA Truck Series tackle this crazy and old school asphalt track. Cannot wait to get this thing going here. Right now, we're in the middle of qualifying. Let's go down to trackside and take a look at what's going on here as we speak. And there are the times so far, folks. Right now, Blade Timmons on the pole so far, provisionally. 18.58. Looking very, very fast, obviously, as usual. A lot of drivers already have come down and done their qualifying run. Blade Timmons, Everett Kotzen P2, Brian Jones third so far. Jared Wishon fourth, Cody Reeder in P5. A couple of drivers have not come down pit road yet to then start their lap, but still waiting on a few. But tonight, folks, going to be a lot of fun here today. 250 laps here at North Wilkesboro. Always a fun time. Lap 70 and lap 140 will be the marks for stages. Stage 1, Stage 2. And keep in mind, too, we have that choose car. That'll play into a pretty big role here, so cannot wait to get this thing going. And as we see right now, nobody on track, but man, this place is just so much fun, especially in these trucks. I'll tell you what, these put on quite the show. And I think we're going to see a lot of these guys today just really having to deal with, certain, contact, obviously, with different trucks all over the place. It's close. It's close battles, right? Keep in mind, too, turns 1 and 2 are downhill. You come down that front stretch, it's downhill. You take turns 1 and 2, and then you go uphill, down the backstretch. It's pretty wild stuff. We might actually also have a second person in the booth today. Dylan Banks was going to be in the race today, but might just decide to come up here and have some fun with us today. So we're going to definitely entertain that. If he does come up, we'll introduce you once he does. But here we go. This is going to be a starting grid right here, folks. Out of 250 laps. Big, big race today. So Blade Timmons is your pole sitter. Not currently on the starting grid just yet, but Everett Kotzen P2. Brian Jones rolling off in third place. Jared Wishon in P4. Cody Reeder in fifth. Here's your pole sitter right there. Blade Timmons and Everett Kotz in the front row. Looking pretty good. Cody Reeder P5. Nathan Yarnell rolling up in P6. Daniel Honeycutt in P7. Brad Peters 8th. Timothy Harper in 9th place. Christopher Heights in 10th. Austin Smith rolling off 11th. Corey Harville in P12. Cody Height 13th. Nicholas Corcel, there he is in 14th. Dakota Hendrickson in P15. Matthew George in 16th. Dylan Banks, there he is in that 17. Might start and park it today and then join us in the booth. We'll see. Michael Dorsey rounding up the field right here in P18. A couple of drivers not on the grid. Kyle Rochelle, I noticed, in P19, but not on the grid right now. So a small field today. Tell you what, though, almost 20 trucks on this crazy 5/8 mile. It's going to go down tonight, folks, and I cannot wait to get this thing going. Obviously, big thanks to all of the sponsors for the series, as well as, obviously, the sponsors for the race day right here. Big thanks to you guys. Harpoon, you know who you are. HarpoonDesign.com. Admin Box. Man, Hosky. KK Woodscapes. All kinds of great partners here, folks. Go and check them out. But right here, we're going to get it going. As we do. The top 20, there they are. Small field today, as opposed to what we've normally been seeing, obviously, in this NORA Truck Series, but that is quite okay. That might mean a better race, less caution flags, right? On a short track. Not necessarily a bad thing, but here we go. 70 laps to get to stage 1, and we will decide the stage winner. And just like this, pace car lights are off. We're going to get this thing back green already, folks. Here we go. Going to go green here in North Wilkesboro. Pace car takes the left-hand turn. Oh, not quite. It juked me. We don't see the lights on, so We thought... Uh-oh. Somebody has to change a bulb in those pace cars. And the pace car lights. We'll go green next time by, it looks like. All good. Blade Timmons has looked quick in these past few weeks, to be honest. Just hasn't quite gotten it done yet. Today they looked pretty fast. Everett Kotz, we've seen him win before. Brian Jones, we've seen him win. Everyone wants to win here in North Wilkesboro. Let's get it done. Green flag about to be in the air. Here we go. There it is. And off we go. Brian Jones really in trouble right there coming out of that restart. Gets it back going though. The restart's going to be huge here. This is where you can really make up those passes. Outside lane might work out pretty well here. But man, great racing so far. Up at the front, Blade Timmons. Single file right now. You can kind of see him already kind of dominating that corner, but a yellow flag in the air already. Oh no, Dylan Banks. Cody Height is well involved. I believe also that's the 77 of Michael Dorsey. Tough start already for a couple of these guys. Kyle Rochelle, there he is. We saw him on the grid, just not actually on the grid. But good to see him back out there. Matthew George, let's go take a look back and see what actually happened here between what looks like to be Dylan Banks and the 8 potentially. Little bumper. Ooh, the 16. There he is. Gets kind of loose. 17 gets a little bump by the 8. That's going to be it right there. So not too bad. Again, the nice thing about these short tracks is that they don't really need, you know, a lot of aerodynamics to make it work around this track. It's really just, you know, kind of using the bumper right, making it work. 4 drivers coming down pit road: Corcel, Honeycutt, Height, and Banks. So here they are going to fix some damage here and get their trucks repaired. And off they go. Blade Timmons going to be still your leader. 4 laps into this race, folks. 250 laps around this 5/8 of a mile. Yellow flag still in the air, lap 5. Going to be a good one right here, as it always is. Jake Lydelich getting ready right there in the choose car. There's the pace car lights on that. They changed the bulb right after the start. Love to see that. But yeah, the choose car, folks, for those of you who might be new to racing or any, you know, NASCAR style racing, basically what this is the choose car will come out. I mean, I guess I should probably preface by saying normally there's an orange painted triangle on the track where the drivers at 1 to go would either choose left or choose right, depending on what lane they want, right? But with this and with the iRacing limitation so far, they use a car. And at this point, they'll park right in the middle of the track, and then at the time of the choose, they'll either go left or go right of it, as you'll see here. There they go. Nice and easy. Sometimes that choose car does get abused, as we've seen in multiple leagues across race day, but the fun concept, obviously, and keeps things a bit more real, right? So good job there. That's Jake Lydelich in the choose car. Big thanks to him, obviously, for doing that. And also a big thanks to you folks for being here, obviously. Cannot do this without you. Hit that like button, subscribe button. We're getting really close. I think we're like 20 away from hitting 700 subs, so that's pretty sweet. Really appreciate that. We're growing pretty fast here, and we're going to keep on going at it. But Blade Timmons here. Everett Kotz still in the lead. Here we go. Back green at North Wilkesboro. Oh, Lordy. Big wreck in the middle of the field here. Brian Jones. No yellow somehow. They all kept it going straight, but man, Cody Height was in shambles on that restart. If we get a quick caution here, we'll try and take a look back at it. But so far, so good. Yarnell, though, also in the back. Oh, lordy. Huge check up here on the front stretch. Oh, my lord. Honeycutt looks like he's involved. Brian Jones, excuse me. Maybe has some front end damage. Cody Heights. Yeah, Rochelle right there. You can see the fenders around the front tires all caved in. Hendrickson not too bad. I don't think I see a whole lot on that truck, but yeah, definitely a big moment there for sure. Let's go back and take a look if we can. All started potentially with Yarnell here. Here he is at 39. Oh, man. That's short track racing, folks. And that's definitely North Wilkesboro right there. So a lot going on in a short period of time. Ryan Jones right now coming down pit road. Banks, Hendrickson, Rochelle. 250 laps of this, folks. That's what we're probably going to expect here today. Although I will say, at some point, the more wrecks we have, the less trucks there will be on the racing surface, and we might get some long green flag runs. You never know. But this is kind of that attrition factor, right? We talk about that all the time. It's getting through the wrecks, right? It's just getting through, keeping the fenders on, and making sure you do your part, right? So staying up front like Blade Timmons, Everett Kotz, that could be the case. Spencer in the chat, what league is this? This is the NORA Truck Series. Give you the link from my end, but I can sure try. Oh man, yeah, it's not letting me do. Okay, hold on. I've got a. I think I've got a way I can do it for you. 1 second. On the spot recruitment, I love it. I'll send the link here in just a second. That way you can see exactly what we got going on here. There you go. That link might do it for you. Might take a second to load in, but all good. I sent a link, but I don't actually see it popping in, so maybe it doesn't accept hyperlinks, to be honest. So I'm not honestly sure if it showed up for you, but if it did, then sweet. Here we go, though. Lap 14 out of 70 for the initial stage. Here we go. Back at it. Blade Timmons, Everett Kotz. Let's get right back to it. Here we go. Green flag. Side by side, good stuff right here. Here we go. This is the racing we want to see, side by side. The passing can happen on the outside lane, but you got to be careful. Checkups will happen. So far, a fantastic job. Again, keep in mind, too, that turns 3 and 4 are uphill, right? So the front stretch, you're going downhill right here, taking this turn 1 and 2, and now you're facing uphill. You go uphill here, so it's pretty wild stuff. And right here in iRacing, this is the 1987 edition. So this is the old school edition of the track. It's not the current one. I wish the current rescanned version would come out pretty soon. We'll see about that. But so far, a pretty good job here by these boys starting to figure it out right now. Blade Timmons out front. Everett Kotz in second place. Looking pretty strong. Cody Reeder, though, in third. looking very, very strong as well. Knows how to get the job done today. Side-by-side action right here. Look at this, Austin Smith, I believe it is. Or excuse me, Brad Peters. Timothy Harper. Fighting as they can. Just great angles all around this track, man. Such a cool place. Blade Timmons, though, this is what he needs to do, right? This is what just a simple get around the track, stay out front. Blade Timmons has been extremely fast this season, but has found himself either in bad luck situations or just not really able to get himself in that position, right? And you can see, we'll ride on board real quick for a lap, and you'll see how daunting this place is. Here we go. This is the back stretch right here. Uphill. Have to brake a little earlier here than you do in turns 1 and 2, but come around here, then downhill into turn 1. Yeah, super cool place in my opinion. Always a fun time to race here. Good stuff. Middle of the pack, we're seeing some action here. Corey Harville, Austin Smith. Overall, not a bad job. Tires too. That'll be, I think, really a big issue today for sure. Tire wear here, man, especially on this surface, the tire wear is so bad. You know, you think of tire wear typically right at like a Darlington, and it's a cheese grater. It's really, really bad. But look at this too, 3 wide, almost 2 wide. Looking pretty sharp so far for these drivers. And that's what it takes sometimes, right? Is getting the nerves out of your system early on, right? It's lap 26, a long way to go, 200 laps. But this is key, right? Getting through the initial start of the race. Corcel here, I believe, with an issue on the outside lane. Looking pretty slow on the outside lane. Can't quite tell if he has an issue. I don't see any damage really on the right side or anywhere really, so we'll see how that ends up working. But so far so good. Lap 27, we are getting this thing down. Again, lap 70 will be the stage end, so at that point we're going to throw the yellow flag out, re-rack the cars. But single file so far, this is the good spot. But back to my conversation again about tires. The tire wear here will fall off pretty quick. And from this spot, you've got 40 more laps until the stage ends. So that's going to be pretty wild to get to. We're seeing some drivers getting past here. Dylan Banks, Cody Height on the outside lane. These guys were all involved in early race incidents. This is one of those tracks too. I kind of put it in the category of like a road course because, you know, during a long season, right? Like the NORA Truck Series, they do the full Truck Series schedule, right? Everything the real, you know, Craftsman Truck Series does, NORA does. And it's a long season, right? And I think this is kind of one of those tracks where, similar to a road course, you know, people kind of glance over it, right? It's like, it's a short track, it's a road course, whatever. I'm probably going to do crappy anyway. I'll just not show up, right? And that's the thing I think we're going to see today, right? We have, what, 19 cars, or trucks in this race. Normally we're seeing 30 plus, right? So this is one of those tracks where if you're not necessarily one of those drivers who can pop off a win here or there, or top 5s, top 10s, whatever it is, the consistency factor of gaining points really can be huge for you. You show up to this race, you get some good luck, right? Maybe you walk out with the top 10, right? But maybe you're not normally a top 10 truck or driver somewhere else, right? So you walk away from this race with more points than you would have gotten, you know, obviously if you had not shown up. So this is one of those tracks that I think definitely important to race at. And we're seeing those kind of guys here, right? We've seen guys, I mean, Reeder, you know, win there, and Brian Jones with the win, right? Multiple guys in this field with wins, but that consistency factor is sometimes key, especially during a long season. Ooh, a big wreck right here, actually. The 8 truck got into it right there. I believe that's Dakota Hendrickson, but different number on the paint. Excuse me, Matthew George, I apologize. Matthew George in that truck. Got into the wall pretty hardcore right there, but so far so good. Not seeing a whole lot more damage, but you can see the outside lane kind of working here. But yeah, really not too bad overall in this race. Blade Timmons still looking to be the car to beat right now. As you can see, he's got Everett Kotz behind him, Reeder, but this is a tough place to pass, right? I mean, it's not necessarily, you know, well, it's not hard to pass. You can just put the bumper to him, or you can do all kinds of stuff, right? But it's definitely ill-advised, especially early on. But good racing here still. The 8 and the 51. Man, they are going at it right now. Still side by side. Looking good as usual right now. Still side by side though. In a very good job. Back at the field, Kyle Rochelle. Currently out of the race right now. Not seeing him on the racing surface. Nathan Yarnell as well. Still on track right now in 18th spot. But 2 laps down. So has to work his way back up. Gonna hope to get some cautions here. Repair that truck. Maybe that stage ending yellow at lap 70 could help. Brian Jones, 1 lap down, so in that free pass spot. Has some pretty pretty good damage on the front end and on the back ends of that truck, but definitely still in this thing, right? Get some more cautions, fix the damage, might be okay. Cody Height, still in P16 right now, is the last car on the lead lap for Cody Height. So he's 11 seconds back. Definitely has to find some speed here before getting past and being put a lap down under green conditions. Dylan Banks still on track right now in 15th. We were going to get a Dylan Banks appearance in the booth. We still might, but as of right now, still looking pretty good in that 17 machine. Hendrickson in the 8. Trying to hold on. Man, that truck is all over the place. 45. Chris Heights. So far, though, just good racing all around the track. A good time right now, folks, to go and do a race day nonstop. Go and thank a few of our sponsors. We'll come right back. But you will not miss a moment of racing. Stick around.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, Or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back in, folks. We're at North Wilkesboro for the NORA Truck Series here. And man, we're doing so good today. Lap 51 right now, almost at lap 70 for the first stage ends. High above North Wilkesboro, having a great time right now. So far, a lot of drivers starting to figure it out. We had some early race cautions. But man, we are here right now looking pretty good. And everyone has figured it out. Clean racing. Blade Timmons in the front right now, in that front spot. Looking very good. Lap 53. Everett Kotz in second. Cody Reeder in third. But for how long? Because Wishon is right there. Take a look at this battle here for a second, man. This is great stuff. Trying to get to him, still can't get. Again, this is at that point, folks, where tires right now are screaming. I can promise you, these trucks do not feel too good right now. They're making it work, but let's ride on board real quick. Cody Reeder, kind of see what that wheel's doing. Oh man, into the wall there. Take a look here and see what the wheel's doing. Seems a little loose into turn 3, but can't quite get it to turn right there in the middle of the corner. You saw that. Has to kind of counter steer entering turn 1 to not lose the back end. Yeah, these trucks are no joke around this place, but so far, pretty good job there for Reeder. A top 5 is not a bad day for sure. Man, look at this job though. Blade Timmons out front. Super good job. You can see a gap right now, obviously. Really almost 1.7 seconds. So Timmons has figured this out. And this is, again, kind of going back to my conversation earlier, right? If you can't, maybe not can't, but if you have a hard time winning, right, on the normal schedule or you know, during a race where there's a lot more drivers, you come to a place like this, which takes plenty of skill, trust me. But Blade Timmons, a lot of his competition's not here, right? A lot of fast guys aren't here tonight. Everett Kotz obviously is very fast. You know, Brian Jones got tagged up in some incidents earlier on, so circumstantially, man, he's doing great right now in that P1, leading laps. This is exactly the kind of race he needs, I feel like, to really catapult him into that conversation of championship contenders, right? He's fast. He does really well, but today, though, he's putting on a performance, I'll tell you what, that looks very, very impressive. He did his homework for sure, getting into this race. Battle on track here, Michael Dorsey and Matthew George, and Austin Smith trying to sneak his way in there, too. So far, a great job. Everyone's trying what they can here. Lap number 62. almost at the conclusion of lap 70. So the top 10 really are fighting for it. This is it right here. These guys are fighting for that one extra bonus point when the stage hits. And Blade Timmons obviously out to a commanding lead, 2.5 seconds. Everett Kotz in P2, but just not right there at this time. Jared Wishon, whoa lordy, drifting it around turns 3 and 4, saves it. Wow. That was pretty impressive. I could have sworn he was going to go around, but man, that was really special. That was cool. Getting passed by the 99 right now. And that is... yeah, a lot of these guys right now looking extremely good. Very, very fast. But lap 65, we're getting down to it. Everett Kotz in second. Harper third. Reeder, there he is. Brad Peters in P6. A great run for him right now so far. Daniel Honeycutt and Michael Dorsey. Good news about this caution. Once we hit 3 laps, the stage ends. This will give Brian Jones his lap back. So that'll be massive for him. Get back on the lead lap, fix some more damage, and see what he can do here in the remaining parts of this race. But right now I'm just trying to get this car back to the stage. Battle right here at the end of stage number 1. 77, Michael Dorsey and Daniel Honeycutt trying to make a move here. Dorsey not going away. Honeycutt, though, on the outside lane trying to make that stick. He gets a great run off of turn 4, but it's just not enough to get clear. But either way, Blade Timmons, here he comes, going to cross the line here. And stage 1 is going to go to Blade Timmons. Corey Harville in P10 right now. We'll have to cross that line first before they start to throw that yellow flag, but there it is. Top 10 has crossed the line, and Blade Timmons is going to be your stage 1 winner. Great job for Blade right there. We'll come back in just a second, folks. We'll go and talk to him as they come down pit road right now. Come right back. And here we are, folks, back to the racing here at North Wilkesboro. Excuse me. Man, Blade Timmons looks very, very fast today. Let's try and see if we can bring him in real quick before they get going here. Blade Timmons, get a quick word with him. Uh-oh, where is he? Blade, here he is. Blade Timmons, Steve in the booth, man. How you doing?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, dude, looking pretty good yourself, man. Pretty quick out there. on this short track, man. What's it going to take to win this race? You look pretty fast, man.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of throttle control. It is slick out here, so can't horse this thing around or she breaks free.
Hey, awesome job, man, so far. Hopefully you can handle that thing, but great job so far, man. Hopefully we talk to you later on, dude. Great.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
There he is, Blade Timmons. Again, your stage 1 winner, looking pretty quick. Again, in that 23 Columbia machine. I'll tell you what, he can get the job done today. I really do feel like. As the pace car comes out, we're going to go 1 to green here. And overall, not too bad. Lap number 75. Race is going by pretty quick. Had some early cautions, but right now, we're doing pretty solid. Here we go. Pace car comes down. Blade Timmons and Everett Kotz again lead us off for stage 2. And just like that, folks, Austin Smith will bring out our 4th caution of the day, 3rd for incident. Unfortunately, got tangled up with another driver right there. We'll go back and take a look. I believe it was Christopher Heights might have gotten involved with that one. Oh, yeah, you can see it kind of got tagged a bit. We'll try and see if we can go back a little further. Austin Smith, though. Oh, Condit. Oh, I see. Yeah, he kind of locked it up entering turn 1. Didn't want to hit the truck in front of him. That's going to be all she wrote. Not huge damage on the front of that 9 machine. Shouldn't be too bad, but obviously another caution. Have to get this thing going, still back again, but no worries. Great opportunity for these drivers. Brian Jones, come down and fix some more damage, obviously. Has some right side damage, which isn't terrible, but again, the front end, I feel like for me, is the one that worries me more so, but not too bad. Dylan Banks in the booth. Maybe we'll see. Oh, nope. I guess not. It's going to be a guessing game. I feel like if we see that 17 car truck get really beat up, we might get a Dylan Banks moment for sure. Yeah, that 9 looks pretty decent. Honestly, the front end, sides, not a whole lot of damage right there, so not a bad job. About 80 laps into this race, folks. Not too bad. A couple of cautions here and there, but that's to be expected. Blade Timmons, as he just told us, right? It's slick out there, man. It's really slick. This place is you know, it's not really cold, right? It's hot on the track. Just a lot going on, obviously, but either way, great job. The top 3 really haven't changed. Blade Timmons, Everett Kotz, Harper has looked very fast. Peters, Wishing as well in that 27. A lot of guys having some great runs, and this is what they need, right? It's just get your truck through the race and just survive it. And you're going to walk out with some great points. So that's what they're expecting today for sure. Choose cars out. And there they go right now on the inside. A lot of inside takers. Not too many there on the outside, but that's to be expected, especially with damage and, you know, things like that. So either way, we're going to go back green here on lap 83. quickly approaching the halfway point of this race, but keep in mind lap 120 is 25 actually is halfway, but lap 140 it's going to be the mark here for stage 2. But we're back green. Timmins and Kotz still on that front row. Yeah, and you can see exactly why that 23 took that outside lane. Made it work really well right there. Still side by side right here. Look at this, all the way back. Carousel way up high. 3 wide here, down in turn 1. It's wide enough for it. Oh, the 77 course. Dorsey, excuse me. Goes around right there, yellow flag. Let's take a look. Uh-oh, it gets tangled in with the number 1, I believe that was. Yes, it was. Look at this, Corey Harville. Take one more look at that if we can. Yeah, you saw it kind of on the outside of your picture there. Just kind of gets tagged up. Didn't realize he was 3 wide. And goes around. I want to get one more better shot of that because that was not the best. There we go. They should do it. That's 77 right there in the yellow and black truck. Might be next lap here, but we will cover it. Harville right behind him. Oh man, the 1 just didn't slow down, looks like, in time. Or maybe thought the 77 would get back into the throttle quicker, but that was not the case. Either way, lap 86. 5th caution, Brian Jones still back on pit road, and Dorsey, obviously, Hendrickson. Not too bad. Blade Timmins, though, still your leader. Looking pretty stout today. But he mentioned it, loose conditions on the track surface. So very, very uncomfortable for these drivers for sure, but there's the choose car. We'll do that in just a second, but right now we're going to let these guys get around and pace for a bit. Choose car is done. We're going to go back green here with lap 89, if not 90 itself. So not too bad. Definitely getting through this race pretty quick, actually. So far, so good. A lot of trucks still in this race. And we're going to get this thing done pretty fast right now. Here we go. Pace car's off. We're going back green here at North Wilkesboro. Green flag back out. Not wasting any time right here. This is the best time to pass these trucks, right? Outside lane, inside, whatever you can get. Rita right now holding on to P6, but right behind him, everyone is so tight up against the wall. Oh, the 15. Cody Height. Over the bumper right there, man. Not too bad right here. Inside, outside, all over the place right here. Brian Jones making his way back to the front. We noticed, again, earlier, he's back onto that lead lap. In P10 right now. Was fighting for P9, still is. But man, this could be the start of a pretty good comeback for him. Down a few laps to then getting back into contention here, maybe. Back of the field, though, still looking pretty strong, too. Hendrickson, Smith as well getting involved. This is for a top 15 right here, so all these spots matter. Especially trying to get themselves into the top 10 for the stage. That'll end on lap 140. Brian Jones looks like going to get around again. Some more drivers that get up against the 51. Showing some speed here. Has the damage, but I don't believe he has any engine damage. Looks like this is just cosmetic, so not a bad job right here. Up front, not a whole lot's changing right there. Top 5 looking pretty solid. Oh man, some contact there with Jones on the 51 of Matthew George. And this is where the impatience will start to kick in too. We're not quite in desperation, zone yet, but we're definitely going to get there pretty quick, right? I mean, after stage 2, that lap 140 mark, at that point, you've only got about 110 laps, and that goes by pretty quick, so you can't be wasting any time. Look at this Brian Jones on the back bumper here. Let's take a look. Gyro cam. You can really see how close he is getting right there. Man. Dives it in. What a great job. Can he make it stick? And can he clear him? Not quite. Just super good racing right here. As we say that, though, Timmins has been caught a little bit here by Everett Kotz. No pun intended. Kotz is getting closer. And this is what I was curious about, too, right? In the first stage, what did Kotz learn? Did he learn something? Or was he testing stuff out for later in the race? And that's what I think maybe Kotz has been doing. We see him right here, half a second back in that Fox Mill Brewery machine, looking pretty good. It's already won a race this season. Further on back, though, still all the same thing. This battle is still raging on right here for around 10th place, 2 wide, almost 3 here. And right now, so far, so good. Best battles on track are happening in the back of the field right here. Look at this Austin Smith up against, I believe that's Dorsey. Excuse me, Harville. Still 2 wide here. Get a good view of the circuit as well as what they're dealing with. Looks tight in the middle, but he's got some good loose off. Ooh, yeah, real loose off right there and then loose in, so. Looking pretty sharp so far. For that one machine up against the 9, Austin Smith and Corey Harville. Paddling here on lap 107. We're definitely getting to lap 140 pretty quick. We'll be at halfway very, very soon, about 15 laps, give or take. But man, the racing has been really, really good, I will say. A couple of cautions, obviously. Close racing, right? But so far, very, very impressive with the field. Jones finally goes around Matthew George here. That's for P8. Brian Jones on the move again. Trying what he can to get back to the front like he did start off with. Some movement down here. Coruscant still working the outside line. I feel like we've seen him work that outside line here majority of the race, and he's kind of making it work, but he needs to find some more speed there. I'm not real sure if it's necessarily, you know, off the corner or into the corner, but has to find some more time there. Right now, single file racing looking pretty good. A couple of updates on some drivers. Nathan Yarnell and Kyle Rochelle out of the race right now, being shown as in the pits, unfortunately. Dakota Hendrickson is 2 laps down, and he is the only one who is 1 or more laps down. So if we get a caution, he'll get that 1 lap back. If we get 2 back-to-back, he'll be... Whoa, hold on now. He just passed somebody Dylan Banks, I believe, was either sideways or he was thinking about it in turns 1 and 2. Good job getting around him, though. But yeah, close battles all the way around the track. Let's see if we can find a quick replay of the incident there. Here we go. Dylan Banks coming out of turn 4, I believe this is. Where's it happen? Oh, just loose. But keeps it going, and I believe right now we're going to come back into live a wreck. Oh no, Cody Height looks like went back. We wanted to show you that incident there with Dylan Banks, but looks like this actually brought out a yellow. Let's go to it real quick. Cody Height, I'm hearing, is involved. Here he is, that 16 Sunny D machine. What happens here with Cody Height? Running above him right now in the chop review, all by himself. So far, nothing really. We'll take a look still. We'll continue to watch it. Oh, the one goes around right there a little bit. We don't see anything about... Oh, there it is. Oh, man. Dang. Definitely not great right there. Not sure why he towed. Not sure if that truck was, you know, really well damaged, but that's a tough break. Either way, a lot of the trucks coming down pit road. In fact, most of them. All coming down here. 4 tires, fuel. Different situations, obviously. But nonetheless, Blade Timmons, Everett Kotz, still your front 2. Timothy Harper as well in that 99 in 3rd place. All looking pretty strong in their own right, but it's been Blade Timmons all race long so far. Great stuff. We're approaching the halfway point in a few laps here. While we're under yellow, we'll go and thank a few of more of our sponsors, folks, and we'll come right back in just a few.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
Alrighty, welcome back, folks. This is Race Day. My name is Steve, and we are here for the NORA Truck Series at North Wilkesboro. It is lap 119 going on lap 120. Back green after a caution. Here we go, back green at North Wilkesboro. 20 laps to go until stage 2 ends here. Who can get it done? Ryan Jones, I think, tried to move on the outside lane there. Couldn't quite get it done, but man, what a move. Kind of made that work, actually. Up the front, Everett Cott's really struggling right there. Couldn't quite tell what he's doing. Trying to make the outside lane work, but it's not really working. Blade Timmons out front still, but man, Timothy Harper now into that second spot in the 99. Great racing all the way around the track so far. On board right now, Brad Peters. Having a very good run so far right now in P5 and has stayed there pretty much all race long in P5. P4 occasionally. Trying what he can on the outside lane. Very impressive so far. Diecast fans, number 60. Looking sharp. Back to single file right now. Blade Timmons out front still, but back in the field still some too wide almost. Great racing here for the top 7. Lap 125, folks. It is halfway. And just like that, it's halfway. Not too bad. Very good race so far. Some wall scraping right there. Got to be careful with that. Brad Peters doing a good job. Let's ride on board real quick if we can. Ryan Jones. Here he is. Just by sound alone, doesn't really seem to have a lot of engine damage, if any. The damage obviously on the truck can definitely affect the handling, which that could be the case, right? Makes it looser than what you would want it to be, but or tighter, I guess, in that regard. But making up some ground for sure. So Ryan Jones on the move right now. Stelson battling here. This is back in the field, but look at this. Top 12 on the line, but even top 10 right here. These are the points or positions that pay in about 10 laps for stage 2. Wishin was in that top 5 area, but now falling back a bit. Corcel, P11. Yeah, so far some very, very good runs in this race. These two are still going at it. Just noticed that they're basically the same paint scheme. The 1 and the 51. Well, looking good. Austin Smith, again, still trying to recover from an earlier stage 1 incident. Up to P14, started P11, but definitely had some speed early on. Has to find his way back to the front if he can, but still plenty of time, obviously. Michael Dorsey back to P8. Look at this battle right here. This is for third spot. Kotz, we know has the speed, has been in about second place the entire time, but Honeycutt gonna get the better of him right there. Great move. Entering turn 1. It's gonna be Honeycutt to P3 right now. Dead on tools number 15. Looking very, very sharp today. Timothy Harper might have a chance. Oh man, kisses the wall there. But the Outlier Speedco company machine, man, look at that. Look at that paint scheme. Looking sharp today. But second spot, very, very good job right now. He's been kind of playing like that, you know, that third wheel, so to speak, today. Been in that third spot behind Kotz and Timmons, but right now has the chance to be in P2. A little bit cleaner air, so he definitely finds his way back to the front. Man, look at this. Austin Smith, Corey Harville fighting for it. This is for 14th here. Not too bad so far, folks. Reader getting there. Honeycutt as well. 3 laps to go, though. Stage 2 is going to conclude very soon. Yellow flag, though, out in the air right now. Hendrickson looks like might be going around. Oh, man. And that actually should do it, folks. Let's go back real quick. Hendrickson, I'm being told, goes around here in some way. We'll have to perhaps go fast forward just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, just loses it. Out of turn 4 that was. Oh, man. Whenever you see that, the whole pit box and everything disappear, you know that's a one ticked off driver. It's a rage quit, they call it in the gaming world, but honestly, maybe not too, you know, that's how it goes. So either way, Blade Timmons, your stage 2 winner. And the whole world coming down pit road right here, obviously, here at North Wilkesboro. Getting confirmation. So yes, Blade Timmons is your stage 2 winner. There he is. We've already talked to him, obviously, so we'll hold off on that. We will bring in, most likely, Timothy Harper if we can, just to see if we can get a word from him, because he's looking pretty quick. I'm not going to lie. He's right there, obviously. Everett Kotz is in that 3rd spot. Can we bring in Harper? Let's see if we can track him down, first of all. Here he is. Timothy Harper, it's Steve in the booth, man. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, looking pretty sharp today. Number 99, looking pretty quick, obviously. 3rd spot for a while, and then you got around Everett Kotz. So what's it going to take, man, to get around Timmons here and get the win?
I don't know. It may take running him hard and hoping he makes a mistake. I don't know. Maybe saving tires, get on a different strategy, or I don't know, man. It's tough. Blade's gonna be tough to beat here, and Everett too. So we'll see what happens.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, either way, great job, dude. We'll catch you at the end, man.
Thank you.
There he is. Timothy Harper in the 99, looking pretty sharp. Again, we talked about it, right? Sometimes this is the case, is just put yourself in position to either win the race or do really well, right? And that's what Timothy is doing right now. So lap 142, stages are over. Blade Timmons has won both stages, won the pole. Can he win the perfect game here today and win the race? We're going to find out here very, very soon. Here we go, black, green, here at North Wilkesboro. Oh, Blade Timmons absolutely sells it right there in front of the field. And Timothy Harper, who we just spoke to, got the worst end of it. Unbelievable right there. Oh, no. Huge, huge implications here. Harper down to P12, Timmons down to P8. And just what Timmons could not afford to do was make a mistake. And he did just that. And look who's in P1. Cody Reeder. Everett Kotz maintains his second spot, but uh-oh. Just like the Jaws theme, Brian Jones, there he is, in third spot out of nowhere. After fixing the truck all race long, is in that third spot. I'll tell you what, that's pretty impressive. Can we go back real quick and take a look at what actually happened there? We have a lead change potentially here. Everett Kotz down low. Gets around Reeder maybe, but not quite clear yet. We know how fast Kotz is. He showed it earlier. On speed alone, if it's not going to be Timothy Blade Timmons, Everett Kotz has absolutely shown to be the fastest truck in the field. And right now, he got around Reeder right there. Now Brian Jones is going to aim for that second spot. If we can we pull up that green flag real fast while we have a break in the action? Blade Timmons, we'll get the chopper view real quick. What happened here for Timmons on the restart? Just a few laps ago, got into the corner and just, oh man, hit the brakes too hard right there. Unfortunately, got the worst end of it himself and Timothy Harper. That's what happened on the restart, folks, a couple laps ago, and that's what caused this scenario to get Everett Kotz back into the lead. Actually, the first time he's gotten the lead all race long. So the seas kind of parted for Kotz there, and here he is, leading his first laps. And if this thing stays green, that's huge, because we have seen that clean air is king here. Brian Jones, though, is right there as well. We'll monitor that. Cody Reeder in third spot, Honeycutt fourth, Dorsey fifth, Brad Peterson P6, Blade Timmons falls all the way right now to P7, and that truck is pretty well beat up too. The left side, left front actually. So that's huge right there. That takes a winning truck back a ways. That's a absolute heartbreak right there for Timmons. Harper, who we just spoke to at the stage break, was in P2, was hoping that, you know, hey, he said it, right? How are you going to win the race? And Harper said, I mean, man, you know, Timmons has to make a mistake. And he did. He made the mistake immediately after the restart. But unfortunately, Harper was the big victim there besides Timmons himself. So really unfortunate. Will definitely need a yellow to get himself back into this thing. Dylan Banks looking pretty good too. Matthew George, Nicholas Coruscant. Pretty much single file here for a while. Top 14 drivers in the race right now. Everyone else out. And this battle is still heating up. Jones is not going away right here. And we have seen, obviously, the damage to Brian Jones's truck is not really that bad, right? It's cosmetic for sure, but it's not hurting the truck enough to really, you know, degrade his race. But can he get around Everett Kotz? This is pretty big right here. Some more battles are on the track. Reeder getting pressured here by Dorsey. Timmins up to P7 right now, but trying to work his way around Brad Peters. The dirty air definitely plays a role into this for Timmins. He's not going to be as comfortable as he was a little earlier. He seems a bit tight. Oh, loose on exit for sure, but tight entering turn 1. Yeah, you can see the wheel. It's turning, but then it just kind of stops. Either way, making it work right now. P1, Everett Kotz. Still has it. Brian Jones tried to get to him, but can't quite get there. About half a second back right now. 4/10 actually. With 90 laps to go in this race. Unbelievable how this race has turned out. Honeycutt in 3rd spot. Very good job there for him. Reeder 4th. Dorsey in the top 5. Everyone right now holding on to their spots. Looking pretty solid all around. But Kotz right now is king in that 1st spot. In battle here, Timmins still working on Brad Peters to get himself back into that top 6. Can't quite get it done just yet, but man, looking pretty solid. There he goes. Finally clears Peters. Gonna set his eyes on Dorsey now, but man, crazy race so far. Back of the field, Nicholas Coruscant in 14th spot, about to go a lap down here pretty soon because the leaders are pretty well close. I'll show you the gearbox. There's the leaders right there coming out of turn 2. So they are coming. Top 5 heating up. Dorsey going to try and track down Reeder right here. Hasn't really caught him up just yet, but not too bad. Everett Kotz, though, in that number 1 spot. And right now, folks, lap 165, let's bring it to a Bring the Noise here. Sponsored by a great sponsor and partner, Harpoon Design. Let's get it. Great stuff as it always is, folks. Bring the noise. Big thanks to Harpoon Design for getting that done with us. Always a fun time. Everett Kotz still your leader. Leading Brian Jones right now. He's got a 6/10 of a lead right now up against Brian Jones. So far, pretty solid. Daniel Honeycutt making some ground up, actually, a little bit. He's looking pretty quick right now. Only a second back from the leader. But he is catching a little bit. You can see him right there. Taking a nice short angle around the track right here. Oh, Jones into the wall there, actually. This might be a good sneaking opportunity. No, can't quite get that done yet. Honeycutt taking a really, really low line through the corner. And he's making it stick. That's pretty key right now. Jones trying to find some grip. Diamonding that corner a bit, but can't. I mean, doing a pretty good job, actually, but we'll see how long he can hold off Honeycutt. But further back, we saw some action here just a second ago. Hold on now. Thought for a second we heard this. Oh, he is. Christopher Heights. Coming down pit road here. Okay. I wondered if I heard him clutching it in, and he was. So here he comes down pit road, servicing the engine in the car. Off he goes. 18 going to get some fuel here for sure. It's lap 175, so we should be expecting green flag pit stops relatively soon. Oh, there he goes. There goes Heights. Alrighty, well, one more down, folks. So that'll leave 12 drivers on the lead lap. We're seeing Cody Height on pit road right now as well. Everett Cott still your leader right now by 0.8 of a second, so he is gaining that lead up against Brian Jones, but Honeycutt is right there. Uh-oh. He's right there, all right, man. Giving him the bumper. That cost them both for sure. But Honeycutt's fast right now. He's got the speed for sure, but he's going to get around Jones. He's holding him up. Big bump, and that cost Honeycutt. Honeycutt was getting sick and tired of trying to get around Jones, and that just was self-inflicted right there. Honeycutt gave Jones the bumper, but instead give it to himself. Unfortunate there for Honeycutt. That can happen. Short track. Short track, short tempers. And Reeder, here he comes too. Didn't really have the speed at the beginning of this run here for stage 3, but right now you're seeing him kind of come back at it. So Reeder has a long run truck for sure. Going to try and make a move here around Jones. This is for second spot. Might get it done here. Can't. He's having a hard time getting it done here. Tried the outside lane. Now tries the inside. Has got to clear him here. Yeah, Jones just works the outside lane to perfection. He knows how to get it done. Very impressive. Reeder, though, might clear him off now. Yes, he does. So Reeder to P2. But he's 2 seconds back of our leader, Everett Cott. So that's going to be bad news bears for Reeder here. But the top 6 really are all here together. So Timmons still looking to recover from what happened earlier. Overall, a very impressive job. Honeycutt still, he now finally makes his way around Jones. I think Jones might have been using up his stuff quite a bit earlier on. He can't hold it on anymore. Honeycutt makes his way around for third spot. Jones in P4. Michael Dorsey going to make a move here. Might get around him. And then Timmons follows Dorsey. That's for P5. What a great job so far by these guys. Looking pretty sharp. Uh-oh. Spinner in the back. Looks like Brad Peters into the inside grass. That won't bring out a caution just yet because it is off the track. But Peters way off track. Man, he's having such a great race. And unfortunately, in P11 right now, might come down pit road. No, he doesn't. All right. Brian Jones, though, does, however, on pit road right now, taking the tires and the fuel. on lap 186. 54 laps remaining. This is going to be very, very fast. Excuse me, 64 laps. I can't count whatsoever. Everett Cott's looking very strong. 2-second lead. Reader in second spot. Honeycutt in third, but for how long? Because, man, Dorsey is kind of on a mission nowadays and looks pretty quick right here. He's way down low. Yeah, Dorsey doing a pretty good job here on the inside lane. You got to be careful down low, though, because if you come out of the corner with the wheel still, turned right, if you have too much wheel lock on it, the car's going to want to go around because the wheel is still facing left, right? So you have to unwind the wheel as you throttle up. That typically helps in these trucks, but really in the Cup cars too, especially. But Cott's getting Reader's catching. I guess we can officially report, but really it's not by a whole lot. It's very, very minimal, maybe 1/10 of a second a lap, but that's enough over the course of the next 60 laps to catch him. But he has to keep this pace. Currently 1.8 seconds back. Timmons, however, back up to P4. That's pretty impressive considering the unfortunate blunder at the beginning of stage 3, and we're seeing Dorsey have a bit of a moment there. Was just battling with Honeycutt, I believe it was, but man, right now, kind of in the middle here of a bunch of drivers really falling off at this point. I think Blade Timmons just got a bit of a chrome horn there from Brian Jones. Who's now one lap down, obviously, but has the fresh tires and going to get back around Corcel as well as one lap down, but again, trying to work his way back up to the lead. Pitting early, not a bad spot. Harper, here he comes. Again, green flag pit stops have to happen still. It's just a matter of when, right? And that could be huge. The short pit here is massive. And if you don't know what that is, basically all that means is you pit earlier than you have to. And that way, when you do, you have the tires, the brand new tires, to really set up some qualifying laps and to be very, very fast up against the leader. So it does work in some occasions. Timmons, here he comes. Passing Honeycutt here. That's for third spot, so he's definitely on his way back to the front. I think where he can make up a lot of his time is going to be in the pits, right? If he wants to retain that lead, or I guess get back to the lead, what does he do? Does he take two right side tires maybe? Does he really push it coming in, coming down pit road? He's going to find something. He's almost 4.5 seconds back of the leader. Not a lot of time left, obviously. Everett Cott's, though, still speeding around 1.7 seconds back of Cody Reader. Uh-oh. That dude is just sitting there in the sky. Uh-oh, yellow flag is out. Oh, no. I can't even begin to tell you how much this changes. Honeycutt, I believe, goes around here. This is huge. Oh, man. Let's go and find out what happened here if we can. Honeycutt, I believe, was involved here. Goes around, perhaps. Can't, man. Here we go. This might show it right here. Honeycutt. Oh, just gets loose. I believe this is turns. Yeah, turns 1 and 2. And that's going to be a very ill-timed caution for a lot of these guys, because Some just came down pit road, but some didn't. So this is going to be massive. Brian Jones stays out on track, which makes sense. He was a lap down. Everett Kotz, Blade Timmons. Cody Reeder, here he is, P4, wishing. Brian Jones now comes down pit road, obviously, so here he is. But this is going to set up an interesting restart here with about 50 to go, maybe about 47 to go as we get back green here. But Everett Kotz in P1, but Blade Timmons, after his mistake, is right now in P2. We know how fast he is. We know he's faster than Kotz, but he's not going to have the initial clean air that Kotz has, right? So if Kotz gets a good restart and off he goes, can he hold off Timmons? I think that's going to be the hard part. But lap 201, we'll go and take a quick commercial break, folks, before we get back green here. Stick around. All right, welcome back, folks. It is the NORA Truck Series, and we're getting closer and closer to the end of this race. Here we go, green flag back in the air. 47 laps to go here. Timmons and Kotz back in the front now. What can they do here? Kotz going to try and block on the outside lane. And comes down as well. Great jump right there for Kotz in the back of the field too. This is for top 5 right here. Dylan Banks doing what he can. Great run so far by these guys. Up front, though, Kotz still in that number 1 spot. Again, has the clean air. He's going to have to get and have the best 45 laps of his life, I feel like, to avoid getting passed by Timmons, because Timmons, we know, is just so fast here right now. What can he do? Riding on board Timmons right there. The front end's pretty well beat up, so he definitely has some, some aero disadvantage up against Kotz, but man, he is right there, about a quarter of a second back. Reeder and Dorsey, 3rd and 4th. Looking very, very strong. Wish in 5th. They're going to try and battle it out here right now. Reeder and Dorsey especially. Honeycutt going to get around here. Matthew George keeps it going. Top 11 drivers on the lead lap. Brad Peters right there in the number 60 is your free pass driver. If yellow were to come out. Honeycutt going to make that move here around the 51. They're pretty solid so far. But man, Kotz is right there. Timmons as well. Costas has to hold on now for about 39 laps, which is such a tall order, obviously, right? But who knows what could happen here. Timmins making a move. Not quite clear yet. I like the line that Costas is running. He's running the kind of outside lane here. It's both offensive and defensive at the same time. He's down low. Kind of blocks that run if Timmins decides to use the inside lane, but he also runs the outside lane, which is nice because you can really get a good run on the outside. So Kotz right here trying what he can to hold off Timmins. Further on back though, still some good action. Coruscant, Brian Jones. Brian Jones unfortunately got caught up in that bad timing. Pit early, was a lap down, and then the caution came out. So needed that race to go green, but couldn't quite get it done. Timmins though, he is on a mission. He gave up the lead at the beginning of stage 3 by his own volition. Spun out and took out Harper with him, but right now trying to recover what he can. He might have Kotz right here on the inside lane of turn 3. Yes, he does. And this is huge, folks. This could be for the win here. 35 laps remaining. Some contact here, maybe. The 32 and the 23. Reverse number trucks right here. What can they do? Kotz cannot allow Timmins to get around him and clear him off. And you're seeing it. These guys are going to be fighting all the way. Oh, Blade uses him up a bit. And that might be it. Yes, it was. That gave him enough space to clear him. Kotz might not be happy about that, but he might try and get to him right here. Let's see what Kotz does. Not going to be it, but man, what a good race so far. Timmins back to the front after a wild beginning to stage 3. Truck is pretty well beat up. Maybe not his favorite to drive, but here he is, leading this race once again. Just too strong to hold him down right now, and 30 laps to go here at the line. What a fantastic job for Timmins. Wow. Through the field real quick into P11 right now. Timothy Harper was in P2 for a while there in stage 2, but man, stage 3 at the beginning when Timmins had the incident, that really kind of muffed up his whole parade. Right now in P11, unfortunately. Brad Peters rolling off in 12th spot. He's one lap down. He is the free pass truck, so could get that back. Brian Jones in P10, unfortunately involved in that not the wreck itself, but couldn't get back on the lead lap. Now he is, but had to use the free pass, unfortunately. The strategy is just not working out for him. Coruscant and P9 not looking too bad. Matthew George, up and down day as well, but P8 so far. Daniel Honeycutt was up to at least third, I believe it was, but unfortunately some, I believe a spin out, but then also involves in some other chaos. Now finds himself in P7, which is where he started, so not a terrible day. Dylan Banks up 11 spots in the day today so far. Not a bad run. Jared Wishon, very consistent so far. Love the paint scheme too, man. Love that Sub-Zero performance. Looking very, very strong as usual. Top 5, though, is a pretty good day here at North Wilkesboro, so awesome job. Michael Dorsey in P4. We've seen him kind of come up through the field a bit and fall back and then climb back up again. Up 14 spots on the day. So very, very good run today for him. Started 18th. And right now up to P4. So definitely a driver of the day in my opinion as far as, through the field. Very impressive stuff. Cody Reeder in third. Again, very, very impressive so far by a lot of these drivers. But Reeder just being consistent, always being in the front. Definitely developing into a championship contender for sure. Looking very, very strong. Everett Kotz, man, led some laps there, capitalized on the issue that Timmins had, but unfortunately Timmins right now is just too strong. Almost up 0.7 of a second. What a good run so far. Ooh, big run right here for Reeder. Got to the back end of Kotz, but might be able to get him here for P2 at the end of this thing. Super good job here for Reeder trying to get to P2. Might be able to do. Well, Kotz got a little loose right there entering turn 1. You got to be really careful entering turn 1 because you can hit the brakes a little too hard. That back end goes around. You want a lot of brake pressure in the back because it helps, you know, turn the car, right? The back end kicks out, you get to turn better, but you can't add too much. But he is there. Gives him a bit of a bump right there, but not enough to really move him. He is trying. Matthew George getting passed here by Corsi. Maybe vice versa right here. Looking pretty good. Side by side just a little bit. Back at the front, Cody Reeder. Again, not really using that horn just a bit, but seems like he wants to for sure. 18 laps to go here. Got loose there from Michael George. Matthew, excuse me, Michael Dorsey. Up to P7. Dylan Banks to P5. What a great run today. Up 12 spots for him, so very good job. Dorsey has lost a few spots right now, so actually has lost 3 spots. And right, look at that, in the wall again there too, so man, oh man, not a good last 5 laps or so for Dorsey. Unfortunate. Was having about a top 5 run right there, but right now can't quite hold on to it. Timmins is running away for sure. 1.5 seconds about with 15 laps to go. Just has to hold on to it for 15 laps. And he'll walk away today with the W. But look at this run right here. Not only is Reeder here finally, but man, Wishin is making an appearance here as well. He's going to battle for this podium spot. Reeder trying what he can. He has the lane right there, but oh, he uses them up way too much. Kotz and Reeder, but look at this. There's Wishin. Can he capitalize? Reeder going to get around him. He clears Kotz. So there goes Reeder right there for P2. Kotz will not be happy about that, but man, racing and the passing is so difficult here. You almost have to do that, right? And right now, 3rd spot up for grabs here by Jared Wishin. Might be able to clear him off of turn 4. He does. So there's Wishin up to P3. That's the best spot he's been in all race long, I do believe. So making it count at the end of the race. Great stuff right there. Everett Cott's falling down a little bit. Dylan Banks, excuse me, might try and get to him here. Michael Dorsey and Matthew George still fighting for it. But all the while, Blade Timmons still up front. 9 laps to go here at the line. What an impressive performance here for Blade Timmons. Has come really, really close on multiple occasions to win races. And today had to come back after his own mistake at the beginning of lap, I believe it was lap 145, right after the stage. And at the beginning of stage 3, big mistake on his part. Fell back to, I believe, 7th or 8th. And has now gotten himself back to the front. So just overall, very impressive. P2 and 3, Reeder and Wishin. Extremely good stuff for those two boys. Dylan Banks up to P4. Impressive run so far. Daniel Honeycutt, again, after an up and down day in P5. A lot of these guys have had up and down days. Stayed in the front, back to the back, things like that. Honeycutt's been one of those, and so far, very, very impressed. Wishin might have a shot here for P2. He's right there, trying to sneak around Reeder with 6 laps to go here. Hard to tell which way Wishin is better here. I believe he's pretty good in turn 1. Let's take a look. Dives down. Has a great line in turn 1 right there. But Reeder in the outside lane has a great run on corner exit, right? So can't quite get around him. Dylan Banks right there as well. Blade Timmons about 3.5 seconds back. He has got this thing locked up. Just 3 more laps to go here. Jared Wishin and Reeder, however, they're trying to figure out who's finishing second and who's finishing third. But right now, look at this. So close. What a great race today, folks. Obviously, 250 laps. That is no easy feat. This track is so difficult, so physically demanding to drive this long, right, and to be at the top of your game, especially on a loose track, right, as Blade talked about before. This is really good stuff to see. Cody Reeder, 2nd place. Jared Wishin in 3rd, but he is trying so hard to get there. But it's not going to be enough because Blade Timmons takes the white flag and will come around turns 1 and 2. And what a performance today. Has led the most laps, won the pole, won both stages. And after quite the blunder in stage 3 at the beginning of it, will come back after a huge recovery and win today at North Wilkesboro for the NORA Truck Series. Just super impressive here by Blade Timmons to come back after that issue in stage 3 at the beginning of it. Just like the mental fortitude, right? To come back after your own mistake, to overcome it, and to get the W, to pull off the perfect game. You win the pole, you win the stages, you win the race. Man, super impressive. Gonna burn it down and celebrate. Blade Timmons is your winner today. Can't wait to ask him about what happened right there at the beginning of stage 3. We'll talk to him, folks, in just a second, as well as P2 and 3, Cody Reeder and Jared Wishin. Amazing run for Blade Timmons. We'll come right back, folks. Talk to your top 3. Stick around. Alrighty, we are back to the conclusion of the North Wilkesboro race here for the NORA Truck Series. We're going to bring in Jared Wishon, P3 on the day today. What a great job here for Jared Wishon. Let's bring him in right now. Here he is. Jared, man, great job today. P3 on the day. Had a great run all day long. Top 5 for the majority of it, but then found yourself in that 3rd spot, man. How'd you do it?
I just figured out after the first run, like I absolutely killed the rear tire, so I kind of figured out what I was doing wrong and then learned from it and started to be able to save them a little bit better to kind of have something for the long run. I feel like I definitely didn't have nothing for the 23, but I don't know. I felt pretty good there at the end. I just needed a couple more laps to get Cody and then maybe Scene, but he already checked out by then.
Yeah, man, really impressive stuff at the P3. Real quick, give us any shout-outs you might have, sponsors, friends, and family. Who do you got?
Yeah, I just want to thank all my teammates at Elite Motorsports. Good battle there with Cody. You can't really race that hard with many people and not get wrecked, so it was nice to have a clean, good, hard battle with him. And congrats to him on the P2. Thank you for broadcasting and all the league admins that put this on.
Yes, sir, man. Great job. We'll catch you next week.
Thank you.
Alrighty, there he is, Jared Wishon, man. What a great job again, finishing P3 on the day. Now we'll bring in Cody Reeder, finishing P2. Fantastic day, has looked very good majority of the season. Looking good all season long, and right now with a P2 to back it up. Man, Cody Reeder, how's it going today, man? Great run today again, P2. How'd it go for you?
Oh my gosh, I'm freaking sweating. I'm wore out. Such a difficult track, and yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm really happy with the P2. This has not historically been a very good track for me, so it took 2 stages for me to figure out finally what I needed to do, and it worked out. I really wish that last caution when it came out. I think Everett and I would have probably battled that out for the win.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was pretty wild for sure, but man, awesome job again. I mean, just real quick, give us your shout outs. Any friends, family, sponsors? Who you got?
Yeah, been on a little bit of a roll here, so it's good. Had a really good points night, but just shout out to KPR Motorsports. Got to thank my teammates, Dustin, Garrett, of course, spots me every week. Got to thank you guys putting on the broadcast. Josh put on the league. Of course, VinQ on board all season, so got to give them a shout out. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yes, sir, man. Great job. We'll catch you next week. Awesome run.
Thank you.
There he is. Always a class act right there. Cody Reeder doing so good. Definitely, I'm telling you what, he's right there in that championship contender who will run for it. Very, very impressive. But now we're going to bring in Blade Timmons, your winner today from North Wilkesboro, man. This should be a fun interview here. Here he is, Blade Timmons. We were hoping to talk to you maybe at the end of this race, and we are. But man, first off, great run today. Very good job recovering. Talk to us real quick, though. We have to ask, what happens at the beginning of stage 3?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't do anything any different. Didn't brake any harder. Just went in, and the truck did not agree. So, yeah, it pissed me off there for a little bit, but we gathered it back up and fought back.
Yeah, man, talk to us about like that mental fortitude, right? Because he had to come back from that, right? That's pretty impressive. Yellow flag obviously might have helped right there. You found yourself behind Everett, and then you passed the man. Just an overall great run. We talked about you had the perfect game today, right? You won the pole, the stages, and the race, man. How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels good to finally get one after running in the top the last couple races and just no luck going our way. I thought the same thing was going to happen tonight, obviously, with that spin, but yeah, once that spin happened, I just tried to sit back, save tires. I've been good at saving tires all night, so once the guys started falling off, I started picking off some spots, and luckily that caution did come out and let me get a fresh set of tires because those are kind of cooked from that slide, so it worked out in our favor tonight for sure.
Yes, sir, man. Pretty cool to see you win, and obviously, hey, once it rains, it pours, man, so we'll see how you do the rest of the season, man. This could be a good jump start for you. Congrats again. Real quick, give us any shout-outs you might have for sponsors, friends, and family. Who you got?
I appreciate y'all for being up there in the booth week in and week out. Appreciate Josh put on a heck of a league, teammates, team owner, Brady, so it gave me a chance to to drive his truck. So we're gonna try to make it happen tomorrow with the Cup car.
Yes, sir. Hey, awesome job, man. We'll catch you next week. Congrats again.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
And there he is. Blade Timmons, your winner today. There's the race results on the left side of your screen on the tower. Big thanks to everybody involved in the NORA Truck Series for putting this on. Obviously, every race is always so damn good, and always a fun time. Again, thank you so much for sponsors: Admin Box, Harpoon Design, Hosky, man, who else? KK Woodscapes, all of them. Very cool stuff. Big thanks to you folks for being here, supporting the channel as well as the league itself. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe button. We're getting so close to 700 subs. Very cool stuff, folks. North Wilkesboro proved to be a fun time tonight. We'll be back again here tomorrow night for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series for the All-Star Race. Live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Going to be a lot of fun. A quick All-Star Open followed by the actual All-Star Race itself. I cannot wait for that. That's always a fun time for them. And then keep in mind a big race on Thursday for the Extreme Graphics Next Gen Series. Very important race there in Charlotte. Going to be a dedication race and for a donation for a great cause. So be there for that, folks, 8 p.m. on that Thursday. But for now, this is Race Day. My name is Steve. Have a good night, folks. We love you. Take care.